If you have ever considered hiring someone from overseas or overseas talent, virtual assistants, whatever you want to call them, and you've been concerned about how that's going to be, in this video, Natalie and I discuss the most common concerns that we've heard when talking about virtual assistants with other people and try to dive into the reality of those concerns. So if that's of interest, stick around because that's what we're going to be talking about. That's a great place to start. Most common objections that we've heard is I don't have enough stuff for someone to do. And I would say that there's no, like, I've even gone as far to say, like, I feel like stay-at-home parents could use a VA.
I was just thinking that just managing schedules and getting your calendar synced up and helping to organize your tasks and deadlines and all that kind of
meal
stuff.
Planning, like
meal planning. I mean, yeah, like,
there's a lot.
I mean, even like paying recurring
bills.
Yeah.
You can put some stuff on auto pay, but some stuff you can't, you know, or reconciling your budget. There's just like a lot of little things. Granted, this is like hard to have a tax write-off if you're literally just a stay-at-home parent. But if you have a business, this is where it makes a ton of sense. So I would say that's the first thing I've heard. The other really common excuse or objection, I would say, is the time zone concern.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And just like, oh, I don't know if I could, you know, how do you guys do it when they're, you know, 10 hours ahead or behind you or whatever? Another big one would be just the fact that it's a virtual person. I feel like there's a lack of confidence in the like technology competence that would be needed to manage someone virtually.
Yeah, and I think the other component to that virtually is that a lot of people have had bad experiences with someone overseas at like a call center. And just to put that in a perspective, a lot of the employees at call centers, to my knowledge, are making like below minimum wage in many situations and working very long hours and are not necessarily shown a lot of appreciation and respect. And they just get hit with like these, you know, aggressive phone calls all day. So if you've had bad experiences with someone overseas, they're probably not doing something that's just like the exciting part of their week or their day. And so keep that in perspective.
Totally. And yeah, so the other building on top of that, I would say, I don't know about you, but I feel like there is a fear or a concern of like, it's like the less you know about something, the more scary it is. Yeah. But just like, we're going to give these people again, in quotes, like who I don't know, who we have cultural difference. Yeah. Like I'm going to give them my password to this app that we use or to my email or whatever. And there's fear around that. But if you think about it, like most humans on earth are good people, like 98%, 99% of people are good people. And it's no different than like, there's just as many crazy people in the same city that you live in that would be concerning to give your password to. But if you find a good employee, someone that wants to invest in your vision and help you, I have now come to realize like that's such a silly thing. And I think it genuinely comes from just not knowing.
And it goes right back to that conversation you started with filling a rental, and you'll hear a ton of horror stories, but we live in a day and an age where we can do a lot of background research and find out a lot about a person. And it comes down to a vetting process and how much you're going to trust that person. And if you're not doing a lot of vetting, you probably should be more wary of like what kind of access you're giving. But if you're doing your research and you feel confident in that relationship with the person, it's going to be just like an in-person employee where, you know, they hopefully will align and you can trust them with as much as you would trust an employee that's in your office.
Thanks so much for watching. If this was valuable, I'd love if you could subscribe to the channel, like the video. And for those of you that don't know, Boolean Automation is an automation consulting and implementation company that works with painting companies to optimize and streamline their business processes. So if you're a painter, you came to the right place. If you're not a painter, but you're in the home service space or have a business, we also have the Boolean Review software, which is a reputation management tool that is very, very effective at getting Google reviews online. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.